Hey guys, we are here at Createx Colors outside on a beautiful sunny day. We figured we would take that opportunity to show you guys and highlight this color that's on this truck that we call Oscar. It's a candy pearl base coat mixed with our candy dirt track brown and our actress gold, our metallic actress gold, and it's mixed 1-to-1. So I'm going to show you guys how to mix this color. This actual color was painted, this truck was painted by a good friend of ours, Jamie Chase, over at Explicit Airbrush. And it's about 4 years old and it still looks awesome. I'm also going to take that color, I'm going to show you how to make a candy pearl mid coat. So we'll take that color and we'll extend it. We'll thin it out a little bit with the 40-50 to increase the transparency of the color, and I'll show you how a different underlying ground coat is going to affect the color and how you can lighten it and darken it just by doing that. So stick around, we'll show you how to do it. Hey guys, we're back in the booth, and this is going to be part one of this two-step video on creating the color that we saw in that truck outside. This is, again, our what we're calling Oscar. So I mixed up my color. If you remember, I said it was dirt track brown and our metallic actress gold. So I did a candy pearl, mixing it 2 parts dirt track brown to 1 part actress gold. So what that's doing is that gold is giving us a little more body in terms of coverage. So we're creating a candy pearl base. So as you can see, this is over black. This is just our sealer black, Autoborn sealer black. And it covers really well because it's darker than darker, you know, it kind of highlights that gold a little better. This is 1 coat. So I'm going to dry this up and probably get away with 2 coats. We're going to see what that looks like after 2 coats, but I would say 3 coats maximum, just to make sure maybe, you know, the edges are good and you have complete coverage. But that's the beauty of a candy pearl base coat. Again, you have a little more body to the product, so it's going to cover better than just the candy. Okay guys, we're back in the booth, and this is coat number 1 of our candy pearl base coat. So what I did was, if you remember, I mentioned it was dirt track brown and our actress gold mixed together to a color we call Oscar. I mixed 2 parts dirt track brown to 1 part actress gold. So that's a nice ratio. There's enough pigment in here from the actress gold that it's going to help with coverage. I started off with just a black card. So again, this is our Autoborn sealer black. You can see that's 1 coat. So coverage is going to be really nice over that. We're going to do 2 coats and probably call that done. So I'm going to put my 2nd coat on, and then we're going to talk about how to take this color and turn it into a candy pearl mid coat by overextending it and having more candy than we do the pearl. So I'm going to put my 2nd coat on now. I'm going to call that done. That looks awesome. You know, so put a little bit of light on there, you guys can see what that looks like. And that really has a nice glitter to it, especially over the black. The black just kind of gives it a little bit more depth than if it was over white. Over white, I don't think it would be as visually appealing in terms of that reflection. So we're going to let this dry. I'm going to mix up a candy pearl mid coat using the same mixture, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay guys, we're back. This is my 2nd coat of my candy pearl mid coat. So that's already 1 coat down. You can see there's a big difference between this and the candy pearl that we created. So I'm going to do a 2nd coat. You guys can see what that looks like, and then I'm going to kind of talk you through how I mixed everything and what the ratios are. So this is coat number 2. You can see, because this is spraying more like a candy, I'm a little tighter on my overlap. I'm kind of going to like 50% overlap instead of 50 to 75 instead of doing like a regular overlap for a base coat. So we're going to let this dry up, and I'm going to talk to you about how I took that pearl base coat and made a candy pearl mid coat. Hey, welcome back. We are done spraying, and I want to talk about the candy pearl and the candy pearl mid coat, and kind of talk a little more in depth about what I did to mix it and how I mixed it, and kind of what you could do and the possibilities in terms of the usage for color. So we started off, you remember, it was a candy pearl base coat that we created. So we used our actress gold and our dirt track brown. And I mixed it 2 parts dirt track brown to 1 part actress gold, and I added 20-25% of our 40-50. And you guys remember, or if you haven't seen any of the videos before, we're recommending our 40-50 more than the 40-30 anytime you're spraying a candy, anything with a candy. So that, it just helps hold everything together. It's got a better binder. So that's what I did to get my base coat. And I did 2 coats over a black card. That was our sealer black. So I went ahead and I took that mixture and I made a candy pearl mid coat. So what I did in order to make a mid coat was extend that color by adding more of our dirt track brown. So I took that 2-to-1 and I bumped it up. I went 2 more parts dirt track brown. So I had 4 parts dirt track brown to 1 part of our actress gold. So what that's doing is it's offsetting the tendency of the coverage of a base coat, and it's making it more like a candy with a little bit of pearl in it. So I took that mixture and I went 6-to-1, which is my go-to mix ratio for any of the candies. So I went 6 parts 40-50 to 1 part of that mixture. So what I did was with that, I did 3 coats over a black card because it's not as strong in terms of the concentration for coverage. It's going to take a little bit more material and coating wise to achieve a better color, but that's the beauty part of the candy. You're getting that depth by layering everything. So if you want, we'll zoom in here. You guys can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So this is what we started off with. This was our candy pearl base coat right here. This was the original mixture. And then what I did was, this was our candy pearl mid coat right here. So this was 3 coats over black, where this was the 2 coats. And then what I did was I taped a line, and you can see that there, and this is the same mixture here over this card here. So this is our candy pearl mid coat over our candy pearl base coat, and you can see the difference in one. It's all one product, but it's just mixed different concentrations and the effects that you guys can create. So you can really change this visually and create more depth just by how you mix your product. So this looks like 3 different colors, but it's all the same product. It's all the same, and just that difference in adding the candies to really richen it up. So I think that about covers everything. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you next time.